What is up, Digimon fans? Today I'm bringing you guys a little top 5 list going over 5 things that I believe Digimon Story Time Stranger did right that I would love to see implemented into future Pokemon titles. A little bit about me you guys might not know. I am a professional Pokemon player. I've been playing on the VGC circuit since 2011. I've qualified for Worlds, I've top cut regionals, I've been around the block a bit, and I also played Legends ZA at Worlds this year, so I think I know a little bit about Pokemon, and realistically I would just love to see the Pokemon franchise implement some of these little mechanical changes that were featured in Digimon Story Time Stranger. And I would also love to know your opinion on what things you liked about Time Stranger that you would like to see implemented into future Pokemon games. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first thing that I really liked about Digimon Story Time Stranger was how rewarding it was to travel the overworld and just find items everywhere. I feel like in Pokemon games you can maybe find like 1 or 2 items in a town, and yeah, there might be 1 or 2 items in like a certain area in an overworld, but there are hidden items everywhere in Digimon Story Time Stranger, and I just feel that's super rewarding, and it gets me looking at the map and appreciating the content a little bit more. I know Pokemon can go into this a little bit better. There's tons of items in places like the wild areas in Sword and Shield and all over Scarlet and Violet. I think they've done a better job over the years in implementing more random items, but yeah, I think that that's one of the best things about Time Stranger, and hopefully Pokemon implements a little bit more of it. The next thing I want to talk about are actually going to be agent skills. One thing that I've always thought is missing in Pokemon games is the effectiveness of the trainer on the matchups. And with agent skills, you can level up your ability to increase your Digimon's experience gain or, other like damage boosting items through the agent skill menu. But you also have access to cross arts. And cross arts can have a wide variety of effects in the game. You can heal, you can deal damage, you can remove buffs, or you can just pick a cross art that like deals massive single target damage to an opponent. I think that's so cool, and I would love to see the Pokemon franchise feature a similar mechanic in future releases. Number 3 is a bit of a weird one for me, but it's actually going to be the Jogmon card battle. I personally really like this little card battle. Anytime I see a Digimon in the overworld that is trying to challenge me to a Jogmon battle, I always sit down, stop what I'm doing, and play because it's so fun. I know there's a ton of RNG, but with the recent release of like Pokemon TCG Pocket on the phones and how popular the TCG is, I would love a little TCG minigame in a Pokemon main series game. We need more little mini side quests, more mini games, and I think it would be a great addition to the franchise moving forward. Continuing to talk about minigames and side quests, I think the second thing that the Pokemon franchise needs is more meaningful rewards and meaningful experiences from side quests. I feel like in Legends Arceus, Scarlet and Violet, games like that, we got a little bit more side quests, but most of the time it was just, experience or money or like items in game. And I would love to see kind of how like Digimon does it. You get the anomaly points, which are tied to your Digimon's evolution. The more side quests you do, the more grinding you do, it's actually going to help you progress the game faster to get better evolutions. Like imagine a world in like Legends ZA or any future Pokemon game where doing side quest allowed you to like evolve your Pokemon faster without using like EXP candies or stuff like that. You have to actually like unlock Charizard. You have to like unlock like a different, like Mega Evolution, right? What if all these Mega Evolutions are tied to side quests in Legends ZA, and the more side quests you do, the different Mega Stones you can get earlier on in the game? I think something like that would actually be cool. It would get me out and about, interacting with the content, doing the side quests, and actually playing the game, which is overall like, what we all want as Pokemon fans. We want a Pokemon game that's worth playing, that we enjoy playing, that has meaningful rewards, and I think better side quests is a great way to get that. And the thing that I really liked most about Digimon Story Time Stranger, the number one thing I want implemented more in Pokemon games, is the ability to like speed through battles once you've already hit like a certain level. In Digimon Story Time Stranger, we have the ability to go 5 times as fast in auto battle, and I would love to see a similar mechanic featured in Pokemon where you can kind of just speed things up a little bit. It takes away the grindy aspects of the game, and if you take a look at a lot of like Pokemon ROMs or mods and things like that, like there is a Dodrio mode feature. A lot of people play on like ×2, ×3, ×5 speed, and I think something like that would make the Pokemon franchise just a little bit more streamlined, a little bit up to date. I feel it really just increases the user experience and takes away a lot of the padding involved with like doing the same encounters over and over and over again. I know that'd be a little bit harder to implement with Legends ZA, considering it's not like a standard turn-based game, it's a lot of timers and things like that, but the ability to like speed up the game even a little bit would probably be something that would be a lot of fun for me personally. But that's going to be my top 5 things. Let me know what mechanics featured in Digimon Story Time Stranger you would like to see featured in Pokemon games, or just what sort of mechanics you want featured in Pokemon games as well. If you guys remember, like I said, I do play professional Pokemon VGC. I upload daily videos on my main channel, which is That's+1. I'll leave a link to that in the description of this video. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.